First of all, I'm calling in to protect her. Protect this energy, to protect the space, to keep unwanted entities away, and to make sure today is a success. I call in the gatekeeper to open the veils between the worlds, to open the gate so that we may pass and talk to Black wherever he is. I call in the messenger for clear information, clear communication, open channels, and good conversation. So, Black, you told us to call you at dawn. It is now dawn. You said 29, so it's the 29th. We call on you once again. You have your image in front of you, as you also said. And, yeah. Please join us.
Something there, Tommy. Don't worry. There's something coming, but I just can't really make it out.
No worries. My intention is to be a lot silenter than I normally am.
So there's it feels quite. How do I explain it? It feels like there's. It's like there's something there that doesn't have to be looked for. That sounds fucking cryptic and weird, but it's like
something that's already the case.
Yeah, but there's a kind of there's a little bit of a white kind of light, almost doing like a heart monitor movement, far away in the distance. It's very, very tiny, very, very tiny.
Okay.
It's not doing the heart monitor, but it's moving in that kind of oscillation kind of way, you know, just up and down, up and down.
Okay.
It seems kind of fun, like, you know, like it's having some fun. Maybe like a Will of the Wisps kind of thing. Yeah, but white.
Do you think it's black, or we should wait for black, or?
I think it's so. It feels kind of warm and nice. There's not
Well, I suppose let's ask, are you black?
Sounds like there's an organ. That's weird.
Like a church organ, or like a
church organ, and trumpets.
Right.
That feels, it's a welcome sign, Tommy. Yeah, it's a welcome sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask, because you don't want to be interrupting if he's trying to show you something rather than with stupid questions.
Yeah, I understand.
Can you tell us more about what you are, like what you're like, your nature, your position on the hierarchy, and what exactly you are? Possibly
shows me it's a round table, but each the degree at the table has So it's a round table. So there's lots. There's like obviously 360 degrees on it. But from each degree, where you would sit at the table, there is 2 lines of a triangle that go up to the center. So within each degree, there's also 2, if you understand me.
I think so.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So where you would sit is the start of the 2 lines, and then the 2 lines come into a triangle.
Yes. Yeah.
Almost where you would put if you were sitting with your 2 hands on the table, that's where it would point to. So everything is pointing to within, which suggests a duality of the person who sits at the table.
Okay. So that suggests that it's. I'll not interject. I'll talk later about it. Is there more comment on that, or will I ask another question?
What was the whole question again?
Just to describe the nature of what black is, and where he falls in the hierarchy of things.
Mm-hmm.
I think
yeah. So back to the table then. Just that there seems to be. It's a busy table. It's had a lot of use. It's quite worn. Old timber, with lots of cracks and hand marks almost that it's been used so much. Like have you ever seen a worn step into a church? Just kind of grooves in it.
Yeah.
So it's old. Like this is ancient, very mad old, and mad old.
Is that the technical term, mad old?
It seemed to it's weird. It seemed to tell me that at times it's very busy.
Okay.
With lots of not people. It seemed kind of cloudy, ghosty kind of thing is around it.
Well, the thing I was going to say about the duality thing is that if he is a secret chief, then part of the thing is that they do have a human body, that they incarnate as human body, and so that would be the duality of.
Okay.
But I would like not to be leading.
Table suggests that it sometimes it can only be a few things added speaking, and other times it can be a whole kind of like a parliamentary meeting that you see on telly where all the MPs are showing up. It's telling me it's had a couple of busy days lately. Busy sessions.
So the question is this Shambhala? Are you describing Shambhala?
The only thing I'm getting it's a meeting place, Tommy.
Right. Okay. That seems fair. That like I mean, if he's a secret chief, White Brother, that would be what would that would be what would be expected. Black, can you tell me why your sigil is the exact same sigil as Aries? Is there a connection, or is it just a coincidence? Knowing that I know there is no coincidence.
Purple on a cloth, a purple cape.
Oh.
Purple cape on the ram, on the Aries ram, and a wand, like a magician's wand with gold.
Okay.
And now it's on So the goat is kind of he's kind of on his hind legs, and he's wearing this purple. As he began to stand up, the cloak kind of fell onto him, and in his left paw, he has this very extravagant gold one, and it's on a starry background. It looks like a bad country flag.
Okay. Just insult the man's nationality, no problem.
It's funny looking, yeah. It's it reminds you of the magician card in tarot.
Is he doing the hands up down thing, or?
Just the one with the wand is up. The other one is just natural. How natural is a goat's paw when he's standing up? It's
right, okay, yeah.
Kind of to the. It's not down. It's in the center.
Okay. The purple would make you think of that. There's a master associated with purple. It's
kind of regal color, isn't it? Royal.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It's also the purple Cyprian too. But it's Count Saint Germain or whatever. It's not he purple. The violet. It's purple or violet. That's the question.
Violet would be lighter, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No, this is a darker, deeper.
Okay. Is there some connection with Baphomet?
No, I'm not seeing it. I'm kind of getting a feeling that it's just it's to do with springtime and it's time of the year.
Okay.
Equinox now, and that's why.
Yeah, it's just with a couple of the correspondences with the head and the thing, but no, that's good. It's good to rule it out too. Is there anything more you would like to say about who you are or what your nature is, or will we move on?
Yeah, there's something. Say it again, will you?
Is there anything more, Black, that you would like to share with us about your nature, or who you are, or what your position is, or any sort of description of yourself that you'd like to share?
So it's the first image is quite weird. It's like a paddock of where you keep livestock. It sounds a bit ominous, but it's not. It's where a farmer will put the animals he cares for before he treats them.
Okay. So like, it's so hard not to read your own stuff into it rather than trying to bet it just. So
I thought first. I thought you see a paddock, and I was like, "Oh, that's not. What are we sheep?
Exactly.
We're sheeple."
No, are we like part of his group? What's that called? But when you're part like you're the llama.
Part of like a flock. We're
Yeah. More is like his group or.
It could be something like that, but I think it's more. He is. Kind of like a shepherd, here to help and to keep, and when asked.
Oh, right. Rather than a teacher, it's like a shepherd. That's the. Or a master, right? Okay.
What he means for us.
Yeah. Right.
For me and you, Tommy, he means we are.
So are me and Spud part of the same?
He's saying that he doesn't own us. It's not like that. It's not like animals in a flock or a farm. But I see like a shepherd's kind of staff now, but more like a bishop's crozier, isn't that what it's called?
Yeah.
And there's a thing at the top.
With the circular thing at the top.
Yeah, more like that. And it's hitting the ground. He's kind of tapping it on the ground. So
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's more like not to keep us in line, but when
it's like a soul grip, like the same.
When we have questions or problems, we can go to him, because he's like the shepherd of this group, flock, whatever you want to call it.
I suppose the question then is who else is in the flock other than me and Spud? Can we know?
So it's like first thought, it's like these little specks of dust, but they're all like, the gold leaf that artists use, and stones, things like that little papery stuff. So there's these tiny little flakes of gold just floating in the wind, falling down to the ground, actually. They're all, seems like they are, this is what it is. It's parts of the gold leaf page have all come apart, and they're all trying to get back together. So it's all searchers, people looking for to come back to the greater. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
But it's saying that it seems to be saying as well that the ground here is like well trodden. It's an old farm, and there's no grass in the paddock anymore because it's used so much. Just to try and say that you're in safe hands. He knows what he's doing.
He's done this before.
Yeah, he has lots of experience of doing this. So there's no, don't worry when things. No, he's not saying don't worry when things seem scary or bad, or you're alone. He's still there, and also the other seekers are also there's a lot of stuff going on here. These other flakes of gold, they mightn't all be at the same stage of a journey, but they're
connected in some way.
Yeah, they're connect. Yeah, but they'll be able to speak to each other about their experiences to help each other. So
Okay.
I think you should try to say no one's ever alone in this.
Okay.
Or don't ever be alone in this. You might feel alone, it might look like you're alone, but there's others among you, the flakes of gold, but then there's also him as a helper. Number 39. Don't know where that comes from.
What is it that we need to do next, or what is the kind of direction, or what should we be thinking about? I'm not sure how to exactly ask that question because I don't want it to be leading. I just like, what is the thing that we need to know right now, I suppose, but about what to do next in a sort of mid-term, you know what I mean? Like not what do I need to do today, or kind of thing. What's the next move for Tommie and Spud to get back to the golden page?
Okay, so he's shown me a page of that gold leaf, but he's flicked it over, and underneath it there's a silver, and oh geez, it's gone too fast. There's a silver, there's a bronze, there's other metals as it flicks through like those old flicky cartoon books, with a dog on the bottom. You know those books?
Yeah, to flip the page.
Yeah, flippy page book. Flippy page book. What's wrong with me? So it's showing that gold isn't the top. It's just one of.
Okay.
And just basically that there are all of these different pages represent different people, personalities, but they're all just different pages of the same book. That's it. So I think he's trying to say that both of us need to be a bit more open to others who are and aren't on the same road as us. To be more open, basically. Open to more people. That's a tough ass, Black.
Just your question, Black. Spud is barely drenched since the Russians invaded Ukraine. What can he do in order to get back dreaming?
I see a cross section of an anthill. And there's one little ant, and he's freaking out. Yeah, okay, understood. Yeah, it's okay to when you see it in the grand scheme of things, worrying about stuff you have no influence over.
So it's just worry.
It doesn't help, so I'm just saying it's better if you just try and be a bit more of a witness to your actions and your thoughts.
Just come back to 39. Hexagram 39 is limping, and it's where can you find help? How could you see obstacles differently? Can you imagine going a different way, which would kind of tie in with to be more open to the different paths, wouldn't it?
Say it again, Tommy.
So it's limping, and the
Limping.
kind of key questions are: where can you find help? How could you see the obstacles differently? Can you imagine going a different way? So that kind of ties in with the
Okay. Yeah, so it's like,
yeah. We're not.
Yeah, it seems to me you don't have to ask for help among who you'd usually ask for. You can look further than that.
Yeah, that we're kind of limiting ourselves by.
Yeah.
Right. Back to mass it is then. Black, can you tell me something a bit more about the octahedron that you showed me in the last time we were talking to you as one of my 3 petals? I'm pretty sure I know what the other 2 are, but I'm not sure what that one is. Excuse me.
It's like, it's like the Dark Side of the Moon Pink Floyd cover. Yeah, there's a light that comes into it.
Yeah.
And when it spins or turns, then this light will. It's. That's funny. It's like it's projecting the light onto Plato's cave.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and then there's a hand, someone's hand, I don't know if it's yours or his, is making shapes in that light. And yeah, making the shapes on the wall. That's seen. So it's okay. So the source of the light is behind this shape. This is to help you see that there are other shiny distractions.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing the illusions to help you see that there's a source behind it.
Okay. That's very fair. Thank you. How you feeling energy-wise there, Spud?
I feel okay, yeah. I thought it was gone there for a minute, but that question brought it back, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything is popping out that you want to ask? Or?
No, I can't really.
Right, I can imagine you're in this.
It's hard to split your mind in two, you know?
And let's see what we have here. So Ramdas was taught by his guru Maharajaji, love everybody and tell the truth. And he show us please how to love everyone and tell the truth. Is there any advice around that?
It's funny, I'm touching the part of my head with the mind's eye one. What's that called?
Say that again.
You know, I'm touching the part of my head where the mind's eye is supposed to be in between your eyes.
Oh, the ajna.
Yeah.
Okay. Discernment.
You showed me an image that I've seen before. It's like an eyeball in a heart. I have this image on my computer. I'm going to show you something.
Right.
So be a witness of your heart. I kind of want something more than that, though. I don't want to get into spirituality talk, you know. I want how to action on
practically. Yeah.
No.
How does it look day to day?
Yeah.
No, so you're not looking for an answer. Just love everyone, man. It's like,
yeah.
I know that. How do I do that? I'll ask the question again.
Yeah.
Okay. Ram Dass was taught by his guru Maharaji. I'm going to pronounce that Maharaji. Love everybody and tell the truth. Show me, please. Show us, please. Or tell us, please. Or describe how practically that would look in day-to-day life. How would you love everyone and tell the truth?
One more time, Tommy. There's something coming, but I can't make it out.
Ram Dass was taught by his guru Maharaji. Well done, Tommy. Love everybody and tell the truth. So can you show us, Black? Can you tell us, please, how to actually do that on a practical level, day-to-day level, in our own lives, without it just being a spiritual kind of cliche?
I see the protester card. He's saying to tell the truth, it doesn't mean you have to be confrontational. And it doesn't mean you have to settle scores. What Maharajji meant was to tell the truth or be truthful in every situation you're in the situations you're in at that moment, without previous
color.
without biases, without previous desires, without future desires. It's in the very moment. Trust your instinct and let that be what is true.
So in a sense, not be rational about it, be more feeling about it. Not try to, this person's always done this, or this always happens. Just see, it's the thing you say, but every thing is fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh start.
Try to let desires and anxieties, try not to let them color what is true for you. To love everyone. To love everyone. Oh, yeah, so smart, Black. It's just love yourself first. Okay, but how? Me and Tommy have a bit of trouble with that one, you see. Okay, he's saying if you can love the people who are special in your life, they love you, so you can love you.
Okay. So is it like start by loving yourself as if you're not yourself?
Start by It seems to be saying start by accepting the love of others first. That'll warm that'll warm your heart, and then you'll be able to reflect it back out. Yeah, he's shown me it's funny, he's shown me me and my we group, and then on the other side is you and yours, and there's we both have these kind of mirrors in our chests, and I can see Agan and the kids looking into mine, and I can see Vanessa and Bodhi looking into yours.
Okay.
So it's to reflect out the love that we get from them. That'll help us. It's almost saying that they can see stuff in us that we seem unprepared to see in ourselves. We want to see it, but we're not seeing it. There's he's shown me it's a bit, it's just a withered tree that's been damaged, but it's spring, so it's starting to grow again. The buds are coming back on it. It looks rough. It looks really rough, this tree. But there's it's got like branches ripped off. There's a couple of chainsaw marks on it. There's a bit of, it's like a love heart graffiti thing on it. It says TH and PC. TH plus PC. Yeah, but it's not dead. It's just winter, and it's the green. You can see tiny little green bits coming back on it again. The depleted card always
Yeah.
always annoys me when I get that card because it's like it's the things are as bad as they are now, and I'm like, everyone's okay. What are you going on here?
Well, no, because I mean, without getting into desperate, is things are as bad as they are.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the plead is not great either. So there is with the desperate, there's less cyclical thing to it, whereas at least with the plead, it's just part of it. It's rather than this is just what has to happen anyway. Black, can you tell me a bit more about the my feelings of sadness that engulf me, because I'm starting to feel it now. And is there any insight you can give me on what it is? Because it can become, I assume the tree is something to do with it that you were describing, because you started describing it as I started feeling like it. But is there anything more you can tell me?
There's a bedroom it's a kid's bedroom. It's a boy's bedroom. It's blue walls. There's if you look out the window, it's onto a wee garden, fenced garden, grass, like tennis rackets, the football out there. You're saying Tommie. say, Tommy, you were alone a lot. Stick with me here now. And the sadness was almost like just like a blanket, like like some kids carry a blanket around with them. There was comforter.
Mm.
She seems to be telling me that this idea of sadness was to. This idea of sadness said. And they show me now. So in you're outside in maybe a field or a park around the front of your house somewhere. He's saying, I can see you. You put your hand up in the air, but what's in the air is it's like names kind of written on clouds, and they're emotions. And this is the one that you happen to pull down. Looks like there's other people as well doing the same thing. So you're not alone in this. And he's saying this is the one that at time helped you to make sense of your personality or your character.
Okay.
Now he's showing me those old duffel coats from the 80s we all had.
Oh yeah.
And he's back to that tree now, and it's been speeded up. It's little buds are turning into blossoms and leaves, and it looks like a little anime baby Tommy. Tommy can take off the jacket now because it's getting warm. He doesn't need it, but he doesn't want to take it off. And he's kicking up a fuss about it. I might get cold later, he says. Yeah, but now the sun is baking hot. Little cartoon Tommy is sweating. He still doesn't want to take it off. But then he does.
Good man.
And he's given a drink of water by like a grandmother. I think it's a grandmother, yeah. He's like a woman, not a man. Can't see her, though. Yeah. I don't know. Is that a bit cliche, Tommy?
No. It's just like we have to open ourselves up to these things. But can't.
Making sense to you?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it does make sense, doesn't it? Like, I mean, it's yeah. I mean, it doesn't. Let me put it this way: it doesn't. You know, when someone starts telling you something and you go, "No, it doesn't feel like that." It feels okay, right? Okay. I can.
Yeah, but it's kind of like. Yeah, it's like going into a mechanic and saying, "What's the problem?" And then he shows you exactly what the problem is, but you're like, "Yeah, I don't have a fucking clue about cars."
Yeah. I know. Yeah, but sure, that's the nature of these things, isn't it? How are you feeling when we ask another couple of questions, or?
Yeah, you can if you want. We'll try one more if. Yeah,
I can sort of feel it's a bit waning a wee bit. So. I think that last question took a lot out of it. Black 418. Is that Libo 418? Does it mean abracadabra? Is it the great work? It could reference any number of things, or are you referencing everything, all of those things? Or is it something that we're completely getting wrong and we pointed ourselves in the wrong direction? It means something entirely different.
It's stupid. It's a book with a boat on it. Like an old Spanish Armada fucking stupid.
Why do you think it's stupid? What's the feeling with it is that it's stupid?
I don't know. It's like if I have to take apart an image like that, what is a book? It's a journey, isn't it? A book of a journey, a book that brings you on a journey. It's a bit too obvious.
Yeah. A lot of it is talking about vision and the voice, though, which is, that is a book that if you follow would take you on a journey.
No, I will leave it there, Tommy. I can see a road or a path in front of me, but I don't want to, I think it's, I don't know if it's me or him.
Right, yeah, so we're getting to the point, yeah. Okay, well, we'll we let him go? It feels like we should, to me. I don't know, what do you think?
No, I don't mind switching over to the other stuff.
Right, okay.
It's just because it's me, that's,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Let me open back the video here. Zoom is unable to detect the camera. Oh, sure. What about now?
You broke it. You don't exist anymore.
Double clicking it like an idiot. Jeez, this is long, isn't it? Like 50
yeah,
minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, kind of. Yeah. I think I don't think we should do too much more. That's my feeling. That
okay.
It feels like that there's a natural kind of, and at this point we're going to get mixed because if he's retreating then and we're going to really come in on it. So I'd say what we should do is I'll do a reading for you from him. Have you anything then you could do something for me then?
I have any number of cards and books, man.
Whatever feels right for you. If you have a particular, do you want a general, or have you a particular question, or I'm going to do 3 cards.
Let me look through those. I think you asked the ones that I really wanted anyway.
Yeah, I kind of try to stay away from the war ones too much because that's all, like, I'm sure it's really the war still all the time.
There's a lot here, isn't there? Sure, Lon's questions can fuck off.
Poor Lon.
It's a good book, though.
It is, yeah.
I really liked it. True will. No, I think I'm okay with true will. Do you think you know your true will, Tommy?
Me?
Yeah.
I think it's something to do with creativity. That's about as far as I can. That bringing something from there to here. That's as far as I know. And I don't know. Other than that, whether that's even true, but that's how it feels. What about you?
I think mine is just to help others and stop put others before me.
So you can get carried away with thinking your true will is huge, and it could be, solve the shite with your dad or something.
Yeah. Oh, I have to write 10 million books and have 5 pen names and be my own publisher. Be a doctor, not a medical doctor.
Shit.
God, I don't know.
I just give you a general reading and see what comes out.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Okay. Interesting. You're about to drop blood. So we have the Explorer. We have the Saint, which he came up. Saint kind of was coming to me.
Yeah, he's coming up with it, isn't he?
And you have the Fixer. Depends on what you want to represent. The Saint, as I suppose, being that the Bishop's Cruiser thing came up in this, there could be an element of the Saint being part of the black thing, because also if the violet or the purple is, that would be Cyprian's cloak, even though it's not purple on the Saint. But the expansion, which is the Explorer, consciousness expansion, some intercession, or an expert with a price to be paid. So I would suggest that there is, in order for you to expand further, there's either you have to get it's not a teacher, it's you have to in some way accept an authority. That's the price to be paid.
That's the price to be paid.
Yeah.
Fuck this, I'm out. 3 years of my life just wasted. Look.
Yeah. Some form of expertise or authority.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Good. Well, I mean, look, how many times have I said it to you? I wouldn't mind a guru. I'd love a guru to kind of just give me a kick in the arse to point me in the right direction every now and again.
But there's a kind of a sentiment with this that it's something that you don't like. That's yeah. So it's not finding the guru who tells you guru. Why did I say that? Guru that tells you, yeah, this is exactly what it's come. Someone's going to say something, and you go, no, I don't like that. I go, that's it.
Of course. Oh, can we do one for you? Just do 3 cards as well for you, man. Just be from my hand, rather. I don't have the old deck, though. I have the new one, so you might get out strange cards in it. Oh, sure. I didn't take out the other ones. Oh, no, I don't need the white card. 3 as well, yeah?
If you want, whatever you think. Whatever your...
So, black. Black. What kind of general advice for the medium term, time-wise, do we got for Tommie?
Okay. Oh, nice.
Damn it. Contemplator, dancer, desperate.
What would you say?
Whoa. Contemplator, dancer. There we go now. Okay. I would think it to be the dancer and the contemplator would be to. I don't know if it suits you though, because you're very open. So my first thoughts is that to have this kind of not intellectual, but this kind of inner mindful freedom or spiritual freedom is to dance among the ruins of what's come before. So to take a chaos magic approach to spirituality and to kind of play with different ideas on it.
Okay.
The desperate means that there's going to be many times when you're banging your head against the wall.
Yeah.
Not exactly helpful. But but look, the contemplator does have that nice Zen, happy look to him. It's just that you're going to be banging your head off the wall a lot, but it gets there in the end. I don't know. What would you say?
Well, see, I'm going to go with what you said, because it gets very hard to read your own, I find, for me, because it's like there's two, like, you could say that is a way of saying that the chaos magic approach is going to lead to desperation. That's one way of reading that. Another one would be that deep contemplation and going with these things leads to desperation. Depends what way you want to grip it. And you know, it's like, because what I find when I read for myself, it's I either see the really best or the really worst, which is definitely neither of them. So I'm just going to go with what you said, because you did the reading and that's your interpretation of it.
It's not very good advice, though, to play with. Because one of the questions I had was like, is there a spiritual path that me and you should be looking at? And this is kind of so. No, but that's not what I asked. I asked, is there any medium-term advice for Tommie?
Well, with that thing, then, that the chaos magic approach will lead to banging your head against the wall, and we have to decide whether that's good or a bad way. Yeah.
Okay, so it's to be less picky and choosy.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a bit like that's there you are, Tommie. That's what it could be. To be less picky and choosy, but as well, you know, I'm reading that Raja Yoga thing as well, again, and they say that whichever path you take, it will get there in the end, whether it's Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, but not Hatha Yoga. He says Hatha Yoga. That's just to make you fit and strong. Which is good, but it won't lead to spiritual freedom. But he says that it doesn't matter which one, but it's one of them by dedicating to it. So
yeah. So having an all over the place chaos magic thing is probably
not working. So you need.
Not that it's not working. It probably takes way too long.
Yeah. Pick one, whichever one it is: devotion or karma, or devotion, karma, and what's the other one? Raja.
Yeah. Or hedonism. You know. Right, but we let these people go.
Yeah.
Start by Black. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We will call on you again at some stage. So please depart to where you reside with gratitude and happiness from us, and may you be peaceful and happy. And I also let go the messenger, the gatekeeper, and the protector. And thank you very much for your assistance today. You were wonderful. Yeah. Nice. That was good.